Let me quickly go back across to Pankaj Vora. And Pankaj Vora, now two more tweets coming in from Prime Minister Modi. So first, of course, he spoke about the NDA's win. You can, of course, react to that as well. Your expectations from what he'll be speaking about very, very shortly. The wordings also of his address will be interesting to note, because we'll get a sense of Narendra Modi 3.0. But also, he has just put out two tweets. One on the victory in Odisha, and one on the victory in Andhra Pradesh. Of course, saying Andhra has given an exceptional mandate to NDA, thanking the people of the state and also congratulating Chandrababu Naidu and Pawan Kalyan, of course, who are his allies there, and the BJP Andhra Pradesh unit for this win. And also saying, thank you, Odisha. In a separate tweet, it's a resounding victory for good governance and celebrating Odisha's unique culture. And also, of course, talking about congratulating the workers and the party Karkartas of the BJP in Odisha. Interestingly, that he talks about Odisha culture, because that's something that the BJP had been targeting Naveen Patnaik on, saying that his successor, VK Pandian, is not an Odia. Pankaj Vora.
Well, of course, BJP's best show in these elections has been in Odisha. So they have, all reasons to celebrate. And it is very apt that the Prime Minister has, congratulated people down there, all the workers who worked for BJP's success in Odisha. Having said that, his first tweet is, an indication which does not reflect his personality, like Priya was also saying. It is not a Modi-centric tweet. It is, everywhere Mr. Modi has this habit of saying ki Modi ne ye kiya, Modi ne ye kiya. This time, for the first time, it's a watered-down version, and it says that it is a victory of the NDA. So, politics, a lot of assumptions cannot be made. So, basically, we have to see how he speaks, because right now, the first step procedurally would be that he has to get elected as the leader of the parliamentary party, and that process has to happen before, he stakes his claim for the prime ministership for the third time. So there are a lot of hurdles right now. There's also one is uncertain as to how the allies will behave. There are reports that there has been a patch up, there has been a deal, but till the time, actually things happen on the ground, we can't say for sure. BJP is 33 seats short of majority of its own. So it is not exactly a victory for the BJP. And that's why the Prime Minister has showcased it as the victory of the NDA. He has basically not stated that BJP has failed in its, to attain majority of its own. So I would, not read too much meaning in it till the time one knows how the RSS responds and how, the parliamentary party meeting goes.
So far as just a tweet, of course, we perhaps will expect a longer address from the Prime Minister, where we can read more and between the lines to analyze, the Prime Minister's thoughts on this victory for them today. But Pooja Tripathi of the Congress, I'll allow you to quickly come in here, Pooja, because, a lot was read into Mallikarjun Kharge and Rahul Gandhi's press conference as well, although they were reticent to say more on, what they feel about Prime Minister Modi's continuance as PM, and also about whether the, opposition alliance is still going to make efforts to form government, because there were those, rumors emerging about phone calls, possibly within the India camp to members of the NDA camp. But Pooja Tripathi, as far as this victory is concerned, what do you make of it? The fact that, of course, the PM is now crediting the NDA for this win. And as far as Modi 3.0 is concerned, what are your expectations from it as the principal opposition party now? I think you can call yourselves that with, of course, 99 seats, unlike the previous two performances.
Uday, the writing on the wall is clear. The Modi ki guarantee has not cut ice. With BJP, inching towards, inching short of majority mark on their own, when Prime Minister from day one was crying out, saying 400 par, it's a moral, political and ethical defeat of Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. And that's the writing on the wall. And that's his tweet also reflects this sentiment. And that's when he says, Prime Minister Modi, in last 15 days of his speeches, political speeches, he said Modi 786 times, and today he's come to respecting the alliance partners, thanking the Janata. That's what the beauty of democracy is. That's where people of India have been victorious in this elections. People of India have shown that your arrogance and your lowering of political discourse is totally unacceptable. And I think I read a quote today somewhere that People shouldn't fear of government. The government should fear of people, and that's what I expect from Modi 3.0. That I expect from Modi ji to
But
have
the BJP leaders countered that by saying that the opposition got busy trying to ensure that they don't cross 400, but they crossed 272 and are forming government. So who wins at the end of the day?
BJP could not even get their 272. Look at the 2019 mark, and now they are, heavily dependent on their NDA partners. Otherwise, BJP, the Modi ki guarantee, the
But it's a pre-poll alliance. It's not going to now require a post-poll once, Pooja Tripathi.
What? Can you repeat
The
it?
pre-poll alliance has crossed 272 comfortably. There's no need for cobbling together now post-poll allies, etc., which is why they're happy with their win. They say a win is a win, and it was a pre-poll alliance in the NDA, and they've crossed 272.
No, the question is, has Modi ki guarantee led to BJP comfortably crossing the 272 margin? No. Has Prime Minister Modi himself won by just 1.5 lakh votes? Somebody, non-biological, somebody Avinashi, somebody divine, somebody Vishwaguru just wins by 1.5 lakh votes. That's exactly the voting margin that KL Sharma has defeated Smriti Irani from. So I'm saying arrogance doesn't cut eyes with the people. Rural distress is a reality. You understand it, you realize it, you work on it as soon as you can. You respect your alliance partners, and that's what I expect. You have a vision for the issues. People have voted out for issues. And third thing, exit polls have been a sham. The way they have, they were predicting a rout of India Alliance, and look at how India Alliance has performed. And as far as combination of political parties goes, we can all read too much on Kharge ji's and Rahul ji's address.
Okay, even as we await Prime Minister Modi at the BJP office, Syed Asad Abbas, your expectations from Modi 3.0, what you are expecting the Prime Minister to touch on today in the evening is, of course, put out his tweet as well. And as far as, this moral win as being claimed by Congress party is concerned, do you believe it cuts ice? Are there moral victories in electoral politics or just wins and losses? Syed Abbas.
Uday Pratap Singh Saab, I was also watching the video, it's displayed. Let me go back to 2014, the jubilation of the Bharatiya Janata Party when they won. Cut to 2019, the jubilation among the Karyakartas of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Cut to 2024, they are silently seated there. No jubilation, no fire, no spark. There is absolutely zero enthusiasm there. This is where the moral victory or the moral defeat comes in. When you set a benchmark like a 400 par or 300 par and you barely get 240, you do not cross even a 272 mark. This is what they say, karara jawab milega. The fact of the matter, Bharatiya Janata Party forgot that which are the real issues. The real issues were unemployment. The real issues were price rise, inflation. This was not addressed. The Bharatiya Janata Party, more than their own manifesto, sir, they were speaking of the Congress manifesto. Mangal Sutra, Ghuspetiya, infiltrators, Zyada Bache Karne Wale did not ring well. And like the Congress spokesperson Pooja Tripathi said, rural distress, yes, that was a big issue. The same reason why even Smriti Irani lost and many other leaders lost. Also, they forgot the power of a Mamata Banerjee in Bengal, the power of an Akhilesh Yadav in
But if
UP.
you believe these issues resonated so deeply with people, why didn't the India Alliance win the election?
Absolutely, sir. We need to understand that none of the parties won. Why the
NDA is won, sir. They've crossed the 272 mark.
NDA, yes. But I'm talking about
the coalition has won.
I'm talking about the single largest political party. Why India?
No, but you don't need to have one party crossing the magic mark. If you have a pre-poll or a post-poll alliance which crosses 272, you form government.
Uday sir, absolutely.
You sail through a floor test.
I agree with you, and I'll tell you why. The fact of the matter, sir, inflation and unemployment hits hard to the BJP because they are in power for 10 years. The India Alliance is not in power. So therefore, when you promise 2 crore jobs every year, 10 years in power.
No, but my point to you is, Syed Abbas, these issues are all very well. The campaign is over now. You don't need to re-emphasize them. What I'm saying is, if these issues connected so well with the people of the country, why didn't the India Alliance cross 272?
Okay, let me tell you, this matters, sir, because who was in power? Was it the BJP or India Alliance? it was the BJP was in power.
Yes.
Largely, but the people did not give them even a 272.
No, you're going on saying the same thing. You're not answering my question. Sumit Peter is responding to you. Go ahead. Sumit Peter is responding to you. Go ahead, Sumit.
It's not according to what you're thinking.
No, I'm asking you a simple question. If you believe these issues have connected with the people of the country, why hasn't the India Alliance crossed the 272 mark? You're going on saying BJP hasn't crossed 272. I told you, either you change the rules of electoral democracy, where you say one party needs to cross 272. It's a pre-poll or post-poll coalition, sir. That's the basics of political science. Go ahead, Sumit Peter. I've given you enough time now. Sumit Peter responding.
Look, BJP is at 240. Indy put together is at 235. So BJP alone is more than combined opposition put together, and yet you are lost. And if I look at the alliances are 290, 295, right? So you are almost at 300. So where is the defeat in this? Where is the morality? Where does mathematics and morality coincide?
You know, at the end of the day, of course, Pooja Tripathi, you can be happy that your performance is improved. But BJP can turn around and tell you haven't even crossed 3 digits after 2 electoral routes. 2014 and 2019, and now 2024, 3 elections have passed, Lok Sabha elections, and the Congress has not crossed 100. How can you claim a moral win?
I'll also tell Pooja ji one thing.
Let her answer, then you can respond. Yes, Pooja.
These are numbers. Imagine this legitimate numbers without the electoral bonds, without putting opposition leaders in jail, without seizing the funds, without putting the civil society members in jail, and without having a complete...
Pooja ji, EVM ठीक है, सोच लीजिए. EVM ठीक है.
That's what I'm saying. This is the fight of the common people.
This is the fight of the common people. What you do? Okay, you are saying you have doubled your tally, right, Pooja ji? Kejriwal has become from 0 to 4. His tally has increased by 400%. So is his achievement more than yours? Kejriwal is from 0 to 4, 400% increase. What about his achievement? Double? 4 times? What are you talking about? Electoral bonds. Your company got second, your party got second highest electoral bonds. BJP got 30% of the money, opposition got 66% of the money. What electoral bonds are you referring to? What electoral bonds are you referring to? किस electoral bonds की बात कर रहे हैं?
What your moral victory? That's where he should take the responsibility and give the reins to someone else. You could not cross the majority mark on your own. You are now dependent on your pre-poll alliance partners for forming a government with all the bubble of 400 par, all the bubble of Article 370, Ram Mandir.
What bubble? If your agenda works, why you have not crossed 300? Then you should have crossed 300.
Yes, Himanshu Bhatt also coming.
You should have crossed 300.
Go ahead, Himanshu Bhatt. Yes, Himanshu.
What is this, Pooja ji? Be rational, ma'am.
Give us 5 years later, we will send BJP to playoffs. We will cross
5 साल बाद बात करेंगे ना? 5 साल बाद बात करेंगे. We'll be here.
We'll talk about it.
Okay.
29, 30.
also coming now. Himanshu Bhatt also coming. Let's allow him over.
Political science, when we talk about the present and the present figures and compare it with the past. When compared it with the past, BJP has still maintained a definite majority. And ma'am, you will have to reinvent yourself. Reinvent yourself first. And don't keep on giving, this
Moral, ma'am. Moral क्या है इसमें?
People's mandate. Yes, you have increased your vote share from 18 to 24%. I don't say no about it. But at the same time, BJP, which had 37% vote share, and you were selling 63% are not supporting you, that party has also increased by 2%. Okay? So let us be very rational and talk about it, and let's not talk in terms of morality as far as politics.
Mathematics and morality are oxymorons, Pooja ji.
This thing, politics.
What does mathematics got to do with morality?
Let me quickly go across to Rishabh Gulati also, editor-in-chief of NewsX, who's joining us live. Rishabh, we have just heard from Prime Minister Narendra Modi. He's put out his first statement on the win for the NDA today. We're expecting him any moment now at the BJP party office. What are we expecting to hear from him today? This is going to be, of course, the Prime Minister speaking on the results today, but also giving us an indication of Modi 3.0.
Yes. I think you're going to get straight talking. The straight talking is, thank you for the mandate that I've received, because this will be only the second time in Indian history that the same person will be sworn in as Prime Minister 3 times in a row. Okay. He's going to obviously speak about the election results in Odisha, because remember, ladies and gentlemen, what matters in a parliamentary system is when power changes hands. So we have to sit here today, and if you're the Congress party, you have all rights to be happy with yourself. You have all rights to be happy with yourself, because I pointed this out several times. You got Amethi back. You got 40 plus seats. You improved your vote share. You even given a good contest in Varanasi, where Ajay Rai has got 3-4 lakh votes. There is something more than just to be positive about. You can then say that Rahul Gandhi has reinvented himself, and Priyanka Gandhi's campaign in Amethi and Raebareli has certainly helped. So the Congress, which was, if you're giving an exam and you're scoring 40-50% and you've gone up from 40-50% to 60-70%, good job. You deserve the good job. Akhilesh, phenomenal job. Mamata Banerjee, 29, nobody was expecting that. Great job. But let's not confuse ourselves. The topper is still Narendra Modi. He's got everything, entire India alliance combined and more in just one party. There's no running away from that, and that's the bottom line. Power has not changed hands at the center. Power is going to change hands in Odisha and in Andhra, where it's advantage NDA. And those are the simple bottom lines. The bottom lines, everything else, moral victory, is rhetoric. What this person wants, what that person, all of it is rhetoric. The power matters. Akhilesh has got a wave. Good job, Akhilesh. But does he gain power? No. He'll have to wait till the assembly elections to try to gain power. Mamata Banerjee was already in power in the state. She's not going to come to power in the center. So what changes? Nothing changes. But she has had a good performance to be confident of herself, to say I've beat back the BJP. So give her that much. So let's be reasonable, let's be straightforward. Everything else is rhetoric. If this had been 2014 and we had not seen a Modi wave in this country, less than 100 seats for the Congress would have been a thumping defeat.
Yes.
And 240 seats for the BJP would have been a thumping win. That's a reality check.
Absolutely. Yes, Himanshu Bhatt wanting to come in on this victory address that we're expecting very, very shortly. And Modi 3.0, the expectations
as Rushabh
from
said,
that.
yes, as Rushabh said, it will be a straight talk. It will be a pretty straight talk about his 100 days also. And, the depleted Modi becomes, or the weaker Modi becomes, more dangerous. And that's what he's going to be very firm on his policies, on his agenda, and he's not going to compromise.
Correct.
Whether you like it or not, with NDA of this size also, he's going to force his agenda around. And if someone doesn't want to go with him, that's fine. He will take that also in his stride. Because the way the man has been operating in Gujarat from the last 25 years, 15 years in Gujarat and 10 years here, you can understand that he knows it's his way. Because he will not tolerate any nonsense as people are predicting that, Nitish will come and ask for something, or he's been said something.
All right. Before we hear the speech, Himanshu, let me get Professor Nalapat into this conversation. Yes, Professor Nalapat, do you see a fundamental alteration in the Prime Minister's execution plan starting tomorrow? Does this result change things, or do his plans remain reasonably intact?
Look, the fact of the matter is, Rishabh, that the NDA is now coming for a third term. Prime Minister Modi is all set to be sworn in for a third term in office. And look, it's not a question of my way or the highway or whatever. The question is one of ensuring that the coalition delivers to the people. And I think it is very, very clear that unless it delivers to people, it will not succeed electorally in the next round. And obviously, Prime Minister Modi would like to ensure that the BJP keeps succeeding. So I do not frankly believe that just this lower number of seats is going to prevent him from working on his agenda. And I'm very certain he has discussed his agenda with the TDP chief, he has discussed his agenda with other people, and he has come to a broad agreement on that. And that is the way, frankly, that things are going to move on. You discuss with individuals, you come to a broad agreement, and then you go forward with the agenda.
Okay.
And there may be some point in which even the INDI alliance may agree with him and vote with him. So I would like to say the agenda must be already carefully thought out, and it will be proceeded with. Himanshu is perfectly right on that.
Okay, let me get Rahul Ishwar on the same thought. Rahul, I'm sure there's some, thought process at the back of the mind that there would have been a comfort at 272, no doubt about it. But in principle, you have a Narendra Modi probably at the peak of his political career, the peak of his confidence, with the discomfiture of that 30 odd seats, which I know they'll be feeling bad about. But beyond that, do you see some substantive change in the plan and policy and execution from tomorrow onwards?
As a student and admirer of Modi ji, I'm expecting something, different or drastic from him. Something will come because Modi ji won't be happy. Otherwise, that punch won't be there. We all know that Modi ji is a man of big changes. He may be the PM, but some kind of action will be there which will reassert his authority. Because otherwise, his stature will be less in front of the others because he was aiming for 400, the 370 didn't materialize. So Modi ji will definitely come up with something else because otherwise, Sri Chandrababu Naidu or Sri Nitish Kumar will always have the upper hand and they can always threaten that they will leave and it will fall short. But substantially, yes, Narendra Modi ji in all possibility will go to a 3.0, which is a historic mandate by itself. India will be energized. And I always argue for the position that both BJP and Congress should be happy with this verdict. BJP and BJP supporters because Modi ji is coming back. Congress because they have performed their best in the past 10 to 12 years. It's a great comeback. There is a rise of moderate politics. I'm absolutely happy for one thing. The Ananda Kumar Hedgeji's type, who I respect but I differ, they will be sidelined to a side, and the hardcore, the other ultra left agenda will also be sidelined. People like H. Raja will be sidelined, and more moderate Nitin Gadkari ji will definitely emerge as a huge person, or if he is coming back as a minister. So such kind of moderates will take the day, and that is good for India because Modi ji can genuinely follow that Sabka Saath Sabka Vikas. He was trying to follow that. He just changed the tune towards the end because he wanted to energize his harsh or hard cadre, as you can call it. So it is the rise of Modi ji, and I genuinely believe as an Indian, it's a comeback of Modi ji as a consensus builder, as a harmony builder,
all right.
and
Fair enough.
as a person who will take everyone along.
Got it. Okay.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.